Guys, this is Diane from Teach Pre-K, and I just want to tell you about this great experience I had yesterday. I will be doing my usual weekly video. This is going to be kind of short, but so Halloween was last Saturday. The time change was Sunday. There was a full moon. It's fall here, and it was crazy windy this week. So I knew the kids were going to be a bit off. In my email to parents that week, I told them, I said, hey, there's a lot happening, with little kids, um, with the time change and Halloween and whatever. Be super patient with them. And I fully expected the kids to be a little bit off, and they were. They were off, and they were a little bit more aggressive with each other, and a little bit more excitable, and just it was a lot. My aide and I would look at each other and just be like, "Whoa, whoa, what is happening?" And we knew and we understood it, and we just you go with it. You redirect and guide and have a lot of conversations about using our words and being kind. And we had fun class discussions, and we did scarf dances and just a lot of things to get some energy out. But nothing was really working. And I just kind of resigned myself to that's just how this week is going to be. And Wednesday night, I'm lying in bed because Wednesday was the craziest day. Yeah, it was the craziest day so far of this whole year. And, if you teach preschool, you just have some days where you're like, wow, that was just extra. And yeah, Wednesday was one of those days, and I can say nothing like it just happens in the preschool year. If you do it long enough, you just know you're going to have some days like that. So I was laying in bed and I was like, I just feel like I need to connect to my kids more. Like whenever there's anything that seems off about my class, the first person I turn to is myself. And I look at myself and go, okay, I know they're going to be crazy this week, but what can I do differently? How can I roll with it? And I did that every single day at the end of the day. Like, what could have I done differently today? How can I change this? But on Wednesday, I just want to connect. I just really want to connect more with the kids. And I'm always on their level, and I'm always, I have a good relationship with all of them. It's not really that. It was like I just felt like something just wasn't there. So yesterday, on Thursday, I just decided, you know what? It might be a crazy day today, but I'm just going to have fun with these kids, and every little great thing they do, or even semi good thing they do, I'm just going to tell them how proud I am and just love them. And I love them all the time. But it was like I just feel like I need to be more lovey, more proud of them, more, they were giving me all their more crazy, more wild, more, overexcited and overstimulated. So I'm like, I'm just gonna, hit back with more just like love and affection and attention and just fun. And, you know, um, I just did a few little things differently because I'm a very fun, loving, engaging teacher anyway. But I just thought, okay, normally we put on like some learning song videos and we get our center set up during that time. They're occupied, they're still learning, but we're doing stuff. So we didn't really have much to do. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to get on the floor with them during these videos. Well, you guys, I ended up with one child coming in my lap, and then another, and then another. We only had 9 that day, and I had 8 kids in my lap, or at least around me, where they wanted me to be in physical contact with them. And I was just like, this is why I do this job. And when I did my center, which was kind of a season sorting center, I just I just had so much fun with them. And when we were done, it was like high fives all around and, just very, very playful. And you know what? We had the best day we had all week. And yes, we were further from the time change. And yes, the full moon was gone. And yes, the wind was gone. And, all these things we can blame children's wild behavior on, which I used to think was a bunch of bunk until I became a teacher. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, this is real. It just like little teeny connection points with the kids just turned everything around. And I truly believe that's what did it. I do not think for 1 minute it was the lack of wind and lack of sugar and whatever. I'm sure it contributed a little bit, but I don't think it contributed fully. Like we lined up for library and I was like, wow, I am so proud of you. And this line looks so great. And why are we quiet in the hall when we're walking to library? And they're like, so the big kids can hear their teachers. Because my school goes to 8th grade. So we're walking down a long hall of every single grade and all the classrooms on either side. So, I mean, it's hard keeping 3-year-olds like quiet and whatever for that long. But I was like, I'm so proud of you. You guys just remember this. And we had a fun time walking down to the library, and they were awesome. We had fun stories for library. Everything was wonderful. Mwah, chef's kiss. So, I guess this is just a little reminder that when things are going off the rails a little bit and you're having a few days of crazy, yes, 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 yes. A lot of it is what's going on, because I know it's going to get this way again before Christmas. It's just what it does. They're little, they're excited, but take a little step back every single day and look at your day and how you handled things and think of how you could handle them better. And if you keep having those days, go, okay, maybe I need to just shove everything aside, get back on the floor, and, concentrate on the connection instead of any of the other stuff. My centers were still great. They were still creative and engaging and fun and whatever. But it's that connection that we brought with the kids that I feel like really made a difference. Hopefully that helped, because, we're coming into a crazy season. We've got Thanksgiving. They don't really care about that much. But a lot of times they're going on trips and they get excited, and it's just a holiday, so it's exciting. And then we've got Christmas, and that's always huge. There's, parties and programs, and they're doing things with their family and extended family and going places and doing things. And so the overstimulation, it's real and it's happening. So remember just to take a step back, maybe slow down, put on some music, have a little dance party, dance with your kids, have fun, and just enjoy it, because you might get all of them on your lap. I about cried. It was absolutely beautiful. I loved it. But anyway, here's to you guys. I hope you survived the time change week and the post-Halloween craziness. And if you're having crazy fall wind and weather and full moons, of course you're having a full moon. We're all having the same moon. But, more power to you. We have a hard job. We have a really, really hard job, and I'm sure you do it very well. So that's it for now. See you in a couple days.